No electricity to light your home, no fans to cool you down in the sweltering heat, and the night sky is your only guide. Imagine living in a world where bicycles are a luxury, and a bed to sleep in at night is something only the fortunate can dream of. This is the reality for millions in the world's poorest country. But how do people survive when the basics of life are out of reach? Today, we dive deep into the struggles of a nation where survival is a daily victory and the simplest comforts become powerful symbols of wealth. Welcome to a life unlike anything you've ever known. A glimpse into daily life. In this corner of the world, life is simple yet exhausting. Here, there's no electricity to light the house, no washing machines to clean clothes, and no refrigerators to store food. People rely on what nature provides, and they have learned to make do with what they have. Their days begin with the rising sun and end when the last bit of daylight fades away, and yet even then, there is no break, only the faint glow of a few kerosene lamps lighting the way. The reality of life without electricity. Electricity is a luxury that most in this country can only dream of. The absence of electricity affects everything from basic hygiene to education. Without lights to study by or fans to cool the house, people often work long hours in the heat. After sunset, families gather around the dim light of a small lamp, trying to eat, talk, and connect despite the harsh conditions. For children, going to school becomes an even bigger challenge. Studying without electric light is a constant struggle, but it's a reality they face every day. The bicycle as a luxury. For the vast majority of people here, a bicycle isn't just a mode of transportation, it's a status symbol. It's a ticket to a better life, a tool that could open up opportunities that were once beyond reach. In this community, a bicycle means more than just getting from one place to another, it's a means of survival. With a bicycle, you can travel longer distances to access markets, transport goods, and even find work in other areas. But it's not just the distance, it's the time. A bicycle can shave hours off a journey that would otherwise take days on foot. For many, owning a bicycle means gaining freedom that most cannot afford. Life without beds and basic comforts. When it comes to comfort, the simplest things we take for granted are often out of reach here. Beds, soft, comfortable, and welcoming, are not a part of daily life. People sleep on mats, thin blankets, or sometimes nothing at all. For some, simply lying down at the end of the day is a luxury they can't afford. The idea of a soft mattress is far removed from the reality here. But in a place where survival itself is a challenge, luxuries like beds become a distant dream, something only for the wealthy. The struggle for clean water. Water, one of the most essential elements of life, is a constant struggle. Clean, safe water is not just an inconvenience, it's a battle. For many, walking miles every day to gather water from a well is an unbroken routine. The water they gather isn't always safe, it's often contaminated, making them vulnerable to diseases. But what choice do they have? Without clean water, survival itself becomes a gamble. Economic challenges and isolation. Why does this country remain trapped in poverty despite the wealth of resources it has? Why does it seem so hard for people to break free from these conditions? The answers are complex, and they are rooted in a long history of economic neglect, political instability, and isolation from the global market. Infrastructure is practically non-existent, and with limited access to education, technology, or even transportation, opportunities for growth are few and far between. People here are isolated, cut off from the modern world, struggling to survive in a place that seems to have been forgotten by time. Personal stories of resilience. Life here is hard, but it is not without hope. These people show us the true meaning of resilience. Despite the challenges, there is a determination to persevere, to survive. Families continue to rise before dawn and work through the day, not for luxury but for necessity. Even without the comforts we take for granted, they find joy in simple moments. Whether it's a shared meal, a moment of laughter, or the beauty of a sunset. These people are survivors, and they have found strength in the most unlikely places. Reflections on modern life and poverty. In our modern world, we often forget what true poverty looks like. We complain about inconveniences, lack of Wi-Fi, a slow internet connection, or the cost of a new gadget. But what if those things were replaced with the struggle for clean water, the absence of electricity, and a life where survival is the only goal? What if a bicycle became a symbol of hope, and a bed became a dream? When we look at the world's poorest, we are reminded of how far we've come, and how much we take for granted. Living without electricity, beds, or even basic comforts is a reality for millions. But in the face of adversity, these people show us the true meaning of resilience and hope. They teach us to appreciate what we have and to help where we can. As we reflect on their lives, we ask ourselves, what can we do to make a difference? How can we support those in need? The choice is ours. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful and inspiring, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel for more eye-opening documentaries, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let me know your thoughts or questions in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you.